Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. From Homestead Media, this is HHS In Depth.
Coming up today on HHS In Depth, some students continue marching band competition even after state, and we'll give you a look at these students and their work towards perfecting their craft.
Plus, get a look at how Homestead's speech and debate team is performing this season, which includes a few heading to nationals. Those stories and more straight ahead. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Sean Ross.
And I'm Anthony Gary. And Sean, first time on the anchor desk, how does it feel?
It feels great. This is my first time wearing a real suit in my life.
Hey, good for you. Well, the marching band season at Homestead typically ends in the fall at state. But for some students, competition season continues on in the winter. HHS In Depth reporter Bryce Garrett is in now to tell you about the students in Drumline who are currently in the middle of their winter season.
You may have seen the marching band during this year's football season, but during the winter, they take things indoors to continue their season of competition in a slightly different fashion.
Winter Drumline is similar to marching band. It's a pageantry ensemble. So it's music, it's movement, there's artistry involved where basically we have a percussion ensemble, which is a drumline, battery instruments, the front ensemble, which is all of our keyboard instruments and a lot of electronics, similar to what you might see in like a DJ setup. And we kind of put all that together and we put together a show, a performance that we learn and we write and we put it out.
The Winter Drumline, however, is more than just the instruments that are played, as the many students behind these instruments are what drives the ensemble to success.
I govern the front ensemble. I keep the time for them and I listen to the drumline.
So I'm the center snare, which means I lead the battery, which consists of the bass drums, snare drums, tenors, and cymbals. And I act as kind of a student embodiment of the staff, and I help people know when to start playing, when they need to be attentive, and kind of what their role is in the ensemble.
To stay ahead of the competition, however, the Winter Drumline has come up with a creative show design with diverse sounds, making for a diverse performance.
So our show this year is simple in nature. It's called Spectrum, and when you think about the color spectrum, there's really clear like left to right. Like you think about your rainbows, Roy G. Biv, and we go left to right, and every color kind of has its own identity. So we kind of explore all the different characteristics of the colors in the color spectrum. That's sort of the base level. And then we go deeper into that. If you've ever seen the movie Inside Out, there's a lot of exploration of sort of the emotional spectrum.
With this year's show in the works, the Drumline is preparing for their very first competition this Saturday. If you want to come and support your fellow Spartans, come out to Decatur Central High School tomorrow at 6 p.m. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Bryce Garrett.
Thanks, Bryce. Another team here at Homestead that is enjoying a successful season is the speech and debate team. And reporter Nada Hoog joins us now with an update on how their season is going so far.
Thanks, Anthony. And yes, the speech and debate team went to districts for Congress. Madeline Fong won first in the Senate, and in the House, Michelle Obiama won first, and Anna Heck won second. But these titles all came with hard work, as the preparation that goes into speech and debate spans throughout each week.
So preparation for speech and debate usually commences with the weekly meeting on Monday. After that, we're giving the docket, and it narrows down the specific bills that we're going to be debating that Saturday. In that week, we also do compile research, because if you're going to be arguing for or against a topic, you obviously want to be well versed in both sides so you're able to give good responses when you are being questioned after your speech.
And being in speech and debate has not only allowed these ladies to network themselves to new communities, but it has also strengthened their voices.
I started debate in freshman year, and what I really love about the team and just the environment is the confidence it gives you, because a lot of times it's almost like putting on a persona for a certain amount of time, and it just creates a very supportive environment. Hopefully, in future years, when people see what the speech and debate team actually is, we can expand that here at Homestead and more people can see what it's like.
I absolutely love doing speech and debate because of the friendships you make along the way. There's so many people on the team who I might not see in everyday school. Another part of speech and debate that I really love is being active in real-world politics, because a lot of the bills that we debate in congressional debate do come from and have an inspiration from real bills that are being debated in Congress. So I find that real-world connection really fun and insightful as well.
These ladies qualified for the Speech and Debate Nationals, which are held this year in Louisville, Kentucky on June 12th to 17th. Congratulations to our Spartan speakers, and wish them luck when you see them in the halls.
After a taste of warmth last week, we're all ready for the start of spring weather. So what can we expect for the last weekend of February? I'll let you know when we come back.
The Homestead High School Student Services Department cordially invites all junior and senior students and your parents to Homestead's College and Apprenticeship Fair on Monday, March 7th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. This is your chance to visit with over 70 universities, apprenticeship programs, financial institutions, and branches of the U.S. Armed Forces right here at Homestead. Local and national representatives from IU Bloomington, Purdue, Ball State, Butler, DePaul, IUPUI, Notre Dame, and many more will be in attendance. This year's event will be held in the 9th grade academy. Please stop by Student Services if you have any questions.
Welcome back to HHS In Depth. Auditions for the Homestead Theater Department Spring Musical Newsies are upcoming this Monday and Tuesday from 5 to 7 p.m. in Mr. Shaw's classroom. Callbacks will be held on Wednesday, March 2nd from 5 to 7 p.m. Join them as they celebrate over 50 years of the Homestead Theater Department with their last production in the current Homestead Auditorium. Don't miss your chance to seize the day by being a part of this hit Broadway musical filled with popular songs, dancing, and based on the 1992 film. Sign up for the time slot on Mr. Shaw's choir room door. New to theater at Homestead? No worries. Stop by and see what it's all about. They hope to see you there.
College Goal Sunday, Indiana's largest FAFSA filing event, will be held Sunday, February 27th from 2 to 4 p.m. at Ivy Tech Fort Wayne. FAFSA filing experts from across Indiana will be available during the event to help all attendees with filing their FAFSA. For more information, go to collegegoalsunday.org.
Boys that are interested in playing golf for Homestead this spring need to attend a brief call-out meeting on Monday, February 28th at 3 p.m. in Community Room A. Trial and information expectations will be shared by Coach Mazak at that time.
Students wanting to try out for the softball team. There will be an organizational meeting next Tuesday, March 1st in room 303 from 2:50 to 3:20 p.m. Topics of discussion will be tryouts, schedule, team size, equipment, practices, expectations, and more. If you have any questions, please contact Coach Clegg at the phone number shown below.
Baseball players, there will be a short mandatory call-out meeting on Wednesday, March 2nd in the cafeteria from 2:40 to 2:55 p.m. after school for anyone who is planning on trying out for the team. They will still have workouts following the meeting.
Attention all current 9th through 11th grade students interested in trying out for Homestead High School cheerleading. Starting next Wednesday, March 2nd, you are invited to join the current Homestead Cheer Squad at Stealth Athletics on Wednesdays from 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. The cost is $20 per month, and you must register at the Stealth Athletics website. All participants must have a compliant Final Forms account and a physical on file to attend. Email Coach Sunderland for more information at the email address shown here.
And now here's a rundown of clubs meeting at Homestead over the next week. Are you interested in current events? Do you enjoy discussing politics? Come to Young Progressives today from 2:45 to 3:30 in room 614, Mrs. Smith's room. All political viewpoints are welcome and snacks will be provided. Young Americans for Freedom will have their next meeting on Monday, February 28th after school in room 718. They'll be talking about current events and politics. All viewpoints are welcome. Dungeons & Dragons enthusiasts, there will be a change of venue for their Tuesday, March 1st meeting. There will be a meeting after school in the cafeteria annex. Go experience the excitement. And Chicken Nugget Club members, you will be meeting next Friday, March 4th in room 208 at 2:45 p.m. Make sure you're not late. And one thing you can clearly say has become a casualty of COVID-19 is the drinking fountain. But for those old enough to remember, Homestead was having issues with its drinking fountains even before the pandemic hit. HHS In-Depth reporter Jensen Clegg is in now to give you an update on the current status and the future of Homestead's drinking fountains.
You may be wondering about the current operating status of our drinking fountains here at Homestead. Generally, they aren't very reliable and work in varying condition. Here's a rundown of the plans in the future regarding our drinking fountains. By the time construction is done, all of Homestead's drinking fountains will be replaced. Some of them will be replaced with new water bottle filling stations, making it much more convenient to bring a water bottle from home. Not only do they make things easier for students, but they also reduce the waste from disposable water bottles. Details concerning the number of these new filling stations have not been confirmed, but they will be easily accessible throughout the school. Any drinking fountains currently broken at Homestead will not be repaired, as they will all be torn out during the construction process. If you're looking for an alternative source of water here at Homestead, buy one from school or bring one from home. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Jensen Clegg.
Thanks, Jensen. Well, this week's weather certainly started off better than it ended.
The question now is, what can we expect this weekend?
Jenna Lane joins us now to let us know.
Thanks, Anthony and Sean. We had some pretty gloomy weather recently with cloudy skies and precipitation throughout this past week. There's a chance of snow showers today, and tonight should be partly cloudy. The high is at 30 degrees, but temps will be moving down into the teens after sunset, so bring along a jacket if you plan on going outdoors. Moving on to the weekend, the temps trail up a few degrees. Saturday will reach 33 with a low of 26, while Sunday has a high of 36 and a low all the way down at 15. Skies remain partly cloudy throughout the weekend. Can we expect this weather to continue into next week? I'll be back later with the 7-day forecast.
All right, thank you, Jenna.
Next in sports, our boys basketball team finishes up their regular season, and we'll have a spotlight over our boys swim and dive team.
Joel McChesney is in next to break it all down in the locker report.
Welcome back to the Locker Report. I'm Joel McChesney. The boys basketball team has been on a roll over the past few weeks, including beating rival Carroll to claim the SAC championship for the second straight year. Sports reporter Caleb Wood is in now with a recap.
Last Friday, it was the classic showdown between two SAC rivals. It's Carroll at Homestead. First off, Kyron Kalpawiki from 3 got it. He put 14 points on the board last Friday. Spartans up, but the Chargers respond. Jackson Pardon of Carroll answers with the 3 ball. However, Spartans would start to pull away, and right here, Andrew Leeper with the slam to finish the first quarter. Moving on, second quarter, Purdue signee Fletcher Lawyer would start to rack up the points. Kalpawiki to Lawyer, step up 3, swish. Later on, the Spartans would activate the mercy rule, and it was all downhill from there. A 68-32 victory for Homestead as they clinched the 2022 SAC championship.
For most teams, the winter sports season is winding down slowly, and that's no different for our boys swim team, who is currently gearing up for state finals in Indianapolis this weekend. Bringing you yet another edition of Postseason Spotlight, here's sports reporter Noah Lance.
The boys swim team has had a great year and been led by junior Joey Hammis, who will be looking to cap off his season at state.
My season's gone really well. Practices have been pretty hard, but sectionals was last weekend, and I performed really well, and we're going on to state. So I'd say the season's gone really well so far.
Some of the team's success has been due to their bonding, leading them farther than they had expected going into the season.
As a team, we have done really well together. We've all been bonding. It's been a great season, and we've done better than we thought we would.
We did end up losing sectionals against Carroll, but going into it, we didn't even think we'd have a chance, and we ended up being really close, a really close meet overall, so it was really good for us.
In sectionals, Owen Lindsay placed second in 4 events where he will compete in all 4 at state.
I'm going to try to podium in both of my individuals, and hopefully our relays will make it back top 16.
The team will head down to state Friday and Saturday at IUPUI, so be sure to watch them if you get a chance. For HHS In Depth, I'm Noah Lance.
In other news in Homestead athletics, The gymnastics team competed Monday, beating East Noble by a final score of 110.575 to 94.80. Gina Zarelli put up a very dominant performance, sweeping the competition and winning the all-around. Gina still remains unbeaten this season, and we want to wish the team good luck as they head into the postseason. The boys swim and dive team put up a dominant performance in sectionals, finishing in second place overall. Congratulations to all the swimmers and divers listed below who advanced to state this weekend. Well, Spartans, it's finally here. Tonight, the boys basketball team will battle Norwell in the final home game of the season. Let's end this year on a high note and pack the stands because it's senior night. Tip-off will be at 7:30 p.m. And after more than 50 years of playing basketball, this will be the final game ever in the current Homestead Gymnasium. For the Locker Report, I'm Joel McChesney. Make sure to check out our social media at the links below for all Spartan athletic updates. Stay tuned to HHS In Depth, and Jenna will have a final check of the forecast when we come back.
Taking a look at next week's weather, we should be in store for some pretty typical February temperatures. As we head into March, the highs should continue climbing towards 40 and 50 degrees. I know we've all missed the chance to spend some time outside, so make sure you take advantage of that opportunity in the coming weeks. Luckily, lows will be staying out of the single digits this entire week. Monday starts off the week with the coldest temperatures, a high of 33 degrees and partly cloudy skies. Tuesday and Wednesday, you'll continue to see cloudy skies and highs in the 30s, but no worries, the sun will finally begin to peek out on Thursday. With a high of 45, Thursday would be the best day to go on a relaxing walk outside or even bring out those bicycles for a spin. Although we won't be seeing much sun, put those winter boots away because the weather will be staying dry all week long. Anthony, Sean, back to you.
All right, thank you, Jenna, and thank you for watching today.
Good luck to all of our Homestead athletes and other performers in action this weekend.
Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you back here again next week.